Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's had a happy new year and are enjoying the day. We have just got back from our 10k race over in Cleethorpes. I'd say it's a pretty successful day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very successful.
What time did you get?
42:41, which is the PB for me.
Yeah, that is very good. That's more than a minute PB for you.
Yeah, I was very shocked. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, not bad at all. I finished in around 39:30. Not a PB, but I'm happy with that. I was ill with flu at the beginning of December, and I've been struggling with plantar fasciitis, essentially, which is heel pain, for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, felt good. Happy that it was under 40 minutes. Please do excuse the haircut. We did do a DIY haircut last night, cut it ourselves. So it looks an absolute state, but it is what it is.
You had to wear a cap today.
Yeah, I wore a cap. I wear a cap with this camera on anyway, so it's not too bad. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Please remember to like, comment, share, whatever you want to do. Any questions, put it in the comment section, and I'll get back to you.
Enjoy.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
It's gonna chilly out, isn't it?
It is, I'm quite warm, to be fair. Got my long sleeve on. Oh, God. Samson.
Yeah, I know. You got a gel? Whether you're halfway or not. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. Because of North, I will. If I didn't have any shorts, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's about it. I think so. Can't pass it.
Quite a fucking thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
When we started.
Are we ready? Let's go. Good luck, mate.
Alright, got me start. Now.
Let's have it.
So dark, isn't it?
Yeah. It'll thin out soon.
Start a bit faster, a bit.
Yeah. Okay then, let's see what we can do. So the goal today is sub 40, so as far under 40 minutes as I can possibly get. As you saw there, the start was a bit tight, and it still is. My good friend Rupert has just pegged it down the right hand side to get in a better position, which I do now as well, because I've noticed that the 40-minute pacer is currently in front of me, so I want to be in front of that pacer the entire way. There is a major problem with that. As I've said in a previous video, I do really have a problem with blasting off way too quick. And in this race in particular, I'll put the stats up at the end, but once again, I have gone off too quick. So my pace currently is 340. My lactate threshold does sit around 355, 357-ish. So once I go under, or once I go faster than that pace, the lactate starts building up in my legs to the point of no return, I like to call it, which is essentially the lactate is building up quicker than my body can clear it. I can get away with that in a 5k, because by the time the lactate's built up and it's slowing me down, I can get the 5k finished essentially, whereas in a 10k you definitely cannot get away with that. So once again, I've made the fatal error of going off too quick. One thing I will say, I massively learnt a lesson on this run as well. So my heart rate and my breathing is pretty stable throughout the entire run. My legs, however, absolutely destroyed at about 4.5k. Like I say, the lactate builds up way too much, and it naturally slows me down. I'm pushing as hard as I can, but my legs, physically, I just can't run any faster. So my limiting factor, which I am going to do another video on specifically, because it's quite quite an interesting topic. All right, and as a runner, you finding out what is currently your limiting factor is perfect for training, to be fair. So I can really focus on my lactate threshold at the moment. This point in the race, I do have obviously Rupert, my good friend there in the white vest, just in front of me, and then a fellow Skegness club runner on the right there, Mark Sands, absolute legend of a runner, rapid. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but he is a lot older than myself and Rupert, so he runs masters, but he is absolutely rapid for his age. So his age grading is mental. He's an inspiration to most of us at the Skeg Club, and runs a really fast time here as well. So well done, Mark, absolute legend. Okay, first kilometre down, 3:44. Feeling absolutely amazing at this point, but that's how running gets you. You think, yep, this is a perfect pace, feel absolutely great, get to like 4 or 5k and then realise you've gone off too quick. But yeah, 3:44, happy with that. There's Rupert, bless him, realising I'm behind him. He definitely looked a little bit scared there. I don't think he feels he's on for the win today. However, he absolutely trounces me, so good effort, mate. Alright then, so first loop done. We're just coming back up to the start line now, so this is where we started. We've just done that first almost 2k lap. We've got another one of that lap to do, and then we shoot off in a different direction to do one larger lap. So yeah, 3 laps in total, 2 smaller ones and then 1 large one. Finish line is actually in a different location to the start line. Okay, as we're approaching the second kilometre, that is a kilometre in 3:47. So first kilometre 3:44, second kilometre 3:47. Still feeling incredible at this point, going really well. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm holding a good pace here. This is going to be a massive PB if I keep this going. Like I say, feeling good. Can I maintain this is the question. Another kilometre down in 3:46. Holding pace, strong. My heart rate, happy, exactly where I want it. Breathing, absolutely fine. At this point in the race, still feeling good, thinking, yeah, this is on here. Brilliant PB incoming. Alright, jumping ahead to the next kilometre, I covered that in 3:53, so a very slight drop off. I'm not too worried about that. The main thing I am worried about is my fellow club runner Mark has just overtaken me again. As you can see, he's in front. So yeah, not too concerned about the slight pace drop off at this point in time. Here we are at the halfway point, 5th kilometre in 3:57, which is interesting because, as I said previously, 3:57 is my lactate threshold pace. So I've started off strong and my body has naturally just slowed me down each kilometre to my lactate threshold point. First 5k, first half of this race, 19:06 split. Not a bad split. The aim in every race is always to negative split, so running the second half faster than the first half. With my bad habit of going off too quick, I rarely ever do a negative split. It's another thing I do need to work on, is setting off a bit slower and kicking on strong in the second half. This is where things go downhill. My pace has already dropped off to slower than 4-minute pace, and gradually over this kilometre it does get slower and slower to the point where I think I'm running at sort of like 4:25-ish pace. It does then pick up for the rest of the race. This kilometre is a slight headwind and it is a slight incline as well, so that might be contributing in the fact that I've slowed down a little bit. But yeah, as I say, this is the slowest kilometre of the entire race, and then I do pick it back up from 6 kilometres onwards. But yeah, not a very good kilometre, this one. There we have it, kilometre 6, 4:13. Now that, as I was saying, is a massive drop off. That kilometre was a bit of a slog, to be fair. It was just been this same road, full kilometre, alright, into a slight headwind and a slight incline as well. So yeah, see my pace there, 4:24 at the beginning of this 7th kilometre. Yeah, so the wheels have well and truly fallen off in that kilometre. For complete transparency as well, that last 4 minutes wasn't just physically demanding, it was also mentally demanding. Seeds of doubt definitely crept in quite a few times during that kilometre. Alright, there was even a point where I was questioning, why do I even bother doing this? It's awful. Anything in life that you're going for, alright, that is hard to achieve is not going to feel good. So that is normal. Those thoughts creeping in, I can guarantee all 750 runners today at some point in that race will have had negative thoughts. Alright, you've just got to remember that it is normal and everyone goes through it, and you've just got to tell your inner little demon to piss off, essentially. So yeah, never let it get the better of you and just keep pushing. And just like that, after having a word with myself, the pace has gone back up again. So you can see in the middle there, my pace is now back under 4 minutes. So first 400 meters of this split, I was below 4 minutes, and now I've managed to have a word with myself and pick the pace back up. So yeah, terrible split at 4:13 pace. Let's see what we can do for this last 3.5k. And there it is, the yellow number 7. So kilometre 7 down in 4 minutes flat. So remember that the goal today was a sub 40 minutes. So essentially I need to keep my pace under 4 minutes per kilometre as an average. So that last kilometre 4:13 obviously worried me a little bit, made me think, Jesus, I'm slowing off here. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come and that every kilometre is going to be the same pace. I have managed to pick the pace back up, and that was a 4 minute flat. So I'm happy with that because I banked quite a bit of time at the start of the race. 15 seconds across 4 kilometres. So I was already a minute ahead, or almost a minute ahead at the halfway point. So realistically, all I've got to do now is just stick to 4 minutes per kilometre, and I've achieved my goal of a sub 40. That was actually the last kilometre that I managed to get on footage, because around 7.5k the camera did die. So yeah, that will be the last individual split that I put on screen. Coming up shortly I will put the entire race splits on so I can break it down slightly for you. And as we are finishing the end of the footage, here are the end of race results. So I finished in a time of 39:32 according to GPS, average pace 3:57, and I managed to finish the last 3 kilometres in 4 minutes and then 2 4:04 kilometres at the end. So all in all, achieved my goal, but from the look of that you can see that throughout the race my pace does drop off pretty much every single kilometre. So that is something I need to work on, definitely, is starting a bit slower and finishing strong at the end of the race rather than just dying off slowly throughout. But there we go, all in all, successful race. Thanks for watching, guys, much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it. One last request from me before I love and leave you until the next video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It is the fastest way to build a channel. So let's build the channel together and explore a lot more content that I will be bringing out. All right, hope you all enjoyed. I do appreciate everyone that spends the time watching and interacting on my content. All right, cheers for watching. I will see you in the next video.